That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it be. That's how it be. That's how we live and die, ride and grind in these streets. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it be. That's how it be. That's how we live and die, ride and grind in these streets. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it be. That's how it be. That's how we live and die, ride and grind in these streets. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it be. That's how it be. That's how we live and die, ride and grind.
The only reason I don't want to record now, because I ain't figured out the cheat code. I ain't figured out the cheat code how to make it pop right away. When I can figure out the cheat code, like, oh, if I do XYZ, I can guarantee myself these many hits or these many listens. Should I record every day?
What you mean by guarantee yourself that many hits or listens, though?
So, because everything is based on views, and you know how many views you get and how many hits you get on your you know how many listens you get. So I ain't figured out how to guarantee to get so many hits. Like when I post something on Instagram, I'm not posting in particular to get likes. I'm posting to see what's the right length, what gets the most likes, and how do I quantify? Can I average 100 likes a day? Or 100 likes per post, or 500. Like, how do I get past 25 to 100, 100 to 500? Do I have to put it on different? Can I put it on?
So you're trying to see how can you increase your streams? Because I know the biggest thing is what is a stream worth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or stream, like when we first started rapping, it was, hey man, get your barcode. You know what I'm talking about? When you get your barcode, throw your barcode on all your projects, get your scans, and you can prove what you're selling. Well, now it's the stream shit, right?
Yeah.
So prime example to me, the podcasting game has turned into the music game from 15 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
You get your listens when you track your digital downloads or some shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, we too old to be SoundCloud rappers.
No. Look, so so check this out. So if I say I put something on SoundCloud and I get 1,000 views, right?
Okay.
A day for a month.
Right.
It's 30,000 views.
But where do I take that data to?
I don't need to take that. All I do is now when I have that data, I go to different outlets, different people, different sponsors, and like, look, I got 30,000 views 3 times over, meaning January, February, March. I want let me attach your product to my product.
Well, ain't the game monetizing yourself though? Like, actually, I don't need, like, prime example. There's no need. I don't know what the record labels are doing now. I feel like there's no need for a label anymore.
I ain't talking about label. I'm talking about any sponsor, whoever want to put 5,000 in my pocket to get these 3,000 people, 30,000 people to listen to their product.
Well, all I gotta do is track my following. So if I drop a dope project, and so now I got my own website set up. I can track how many people come through my website. I'm tracking my social medias. Of course, I'm on Spotify. I'm on iTunes.
I ain't trying to do all that. All I'm trying to do is get advertisers to come to my situation.
Yeah, but I gotta show you why I want you to come to my situation.
That's what I'm saying. So once I figure out how to get that 1,000 a day or that 500 a day to get to that big round number at the end of the month, now on my website, I'm just talking to. I ain't talking to no record label. I'm talking to School of Rock. I'm talking to Insignia or Hayer. I'm talking to whoever's advertise on my site, because I know for a fact I got 20,000 people coming every month.
You just sign up for it. That's what I do for the pod. You sign up to monetize. I sign up to monetize.
Yeah. But then they get a piece of, because they dictating. Ain't they dictating who can advertise on your shit?
Well, I don't know that part. I also think if you show you have a following, you can get like sponsors. Like, I hear some of these big name pods.
Yeah.
They got like Cash App and they got Bluetooth, shit like that. So I'm assuming they went out and got those deals. Like, if I got a fucking sexual podcast, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I got 1,000 listeners a day. Hey, give me that Bluetooth money, and then let me do a Bluetooth bit. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is being even more independent. I'm gonna call somebody. Like, I'm literally gonna call Canon and be like, hey, shit, we do this XYZ. I need you to put X. You can advertise on my site, on my physical site. You can put a banner up. You know what I'm saying? You send because they got tech. Send your code or whatever. We put it on the site, the banner for Canon, and we're gonna charge y'all because y'all pay advertising to somebody to do that same shit.
Well, yeah, but I gotta have analytics. Then I just can't call Canon today.
No, of course.
And say, hey, that's Bug and Dub. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, we got
that's what I'm
10
saying.
listeners a day.
That's what I'm saying. Well, when I get them big numbers, I'm gonna have analytics on. That's why I said I ain't figured out how to get those numbers or what is the like. I know a couple. I know a couple of rappers in Houston, in particular, who use this machine. It's a machine that you can purchase on the black market. That
you talking about that stream forming bullshit
that will run your numbers up?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So like, nigga, Justin Bieber do shit like that.
Well, yeah, but they do it through Atlantic though.
Well, I'm saying like major, even the majors do the stream.
But I'm
form.
saying there's a smaller version of it. There's a like I said, you can get the machine,
right?
But I'm saying there's also a way, like just like any system, there's a loophole in every system. You have to be intelligent enough to find it.
Well, nigga, why wouldn't you bought the machine and just stream?
I don't even know where to buy it from. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where to buy it from. I you know what? I thought about that too because I literally know the guy who knows the guy.
Who knows the guy?
No, I know the guy who knows the guy that has the machine. And I really, and he kind of owe me a favor, you know what I'm saying? So I really should just make the phone call.
How much do you think this machine costs?
I wouldn't know. Maybe, it depends on how you got it. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not even being funny. Like, I know the guy. Like, the guy who uses it and the guy who got it, I know both of them. And the guy who bought it, he owed me a favor. Is he gonna be like, yeah, bro, back when I was grinding, you did this for me, and I never took care of you?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're definitely too old to be SoundCloud rappers. Now, I feel like we can drop a project, like just drop a project how we used to.
But I wouldn't even drop. Okay, so
6 songs, Book.
I wouldn't even do that.
6 songs.
I would do 100 songs. But what I'm saying, I look at the people who are relevant in music who don't drop every 2 weeks or every month, like J. Cole or Wale or even a Kendrick.
I think you're naming Rap Elite though.
But I'm saying, Wale for the last 3 or 4 years, he'll drop a song here.
Wale is very underrated, man.
A song there.
Wale should be Rap Elite right now. He should be like one of hip hop's elite lyricists. I don't know what happened. I don't know who he pissed off.
But what I'm saying is Wale is very, very, very well paid. Very, like, really, just like anything else, the rap is just the introductory to get to the other money, the merchandising, the marketing, the sponsorship. You know what I mean? Like, once you get in the door, and now I got the following with the music. So while it puts out 3 songs a year, 4 songs a year, that's just keeping his viewership or his listeners keyed into him. So now when I go to StockX like, oh shit, yeah, you drop 1 song, got 100,000 views in 1 day. So I know if you put your name attached with my shoe, then you know what I'm saying.
You know who did the merge game right? I feel like Travis Scott does the merch game right. I didn't know Travis Scott was from Houston when like when Astroworld.
Well, Mo City.
Well, yeah, but when like the Astroworld Fest dropped the first time, I'm like, who is this nigga?
Yeah,
coming to the H doing Astroworld Fest.
Yeah,
and one of the barbers I used to fuck with, he turned me on. He was like, "Hey man, nigga, Travis Scott got this rodeo shit." He just don't sound like an H-Town rapper though. He sound like maybe what's the nigga that's on Good Music? Is it Kid Cudi?
Well, I mean,
Kid ain't one of them niggas.
Kid Cudi, because he was signed to Good Music at first.
Yeah, and
that's kind of his indoctrination. He was Kanye. Speaking of Kanye, since you brought it up, kind of sorta. So, the next album after the Jesus is God was supposed to be Donda.
What just dropped?
The one that dropped that man. Okay, what just dropped was a classical album.
Yeah, but he ain't pay the choir though.
No. Okay, that's Jesus is God.
All
right. That dropped 2 years ago. Then maybe 3 weeks ago, he dropped a classical like classical, meaning like violins and cellos, no singing, no rapping, just 100% music.
I ain't listen to it, man. I feel like Kanye's bored with music.
Kanye is a genius. So the Donda album, Donda is his mom's name. That was supposed to be the follow up to whatchamacallit. And so what Dame Dash was doing is they filmed the entire process. And so 2 days ago, they dropped a little snippet of the Donda, and of course it's gotta be salacious. It's Kanye and Chance the Rapper going back and like arguing. You know what I'm saying? This is back when he was supposed to be when he's running for president or whatever.
Oh, when he went back to Chicago?
Nah, when he was in Wyoming and people were coming, he was recording Donda,
right?
And Dave Chappelle and Chance the Rapper pulled up on him. So he playing music for everybody, and of course, whatever happened, Chance came in and he goes off on Chance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole marketing plan to have. It's gonna be a movie / whatever.
I saw Dame was in Wyoming for a minute. I fucks with Dame. I feel like Dame don't get the credit he deserves, man. But so Donda album is gonna be a visual type situation, almost like the little shit Beyonce dropped Lemonade. It was like a visual album at the same time.
I think it's gonna be a documentary, more not like a stage. Like Lemonade was like visuals with music. I think it's just gonna be a documentary where they go into like I said, they were sitting in his studio listening to music. It was Dame Dash, some other people are sitting down. You know, he's in the studio. You know, the board, everything. He's trying to figure out where the bass at. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear the bass. You know what I'm saying? Chance come in there, they talk about something, and he, you know, of course it's cut up so that it looks a certain way.
Was Dame a contributor, or he was just in the cut?
Dame is shooting his
cameras. I know Dame. I know Dame owns cameras, and like I said, when I feel like Dame don't get enough credit, man. Like, Joe Budden, Charlemagne, these niggas be going back and forth with this frenemy shit. You know what I'm saying? And if the black ownership is the goal, why is Joe Budden fucking with the Spotify's? Why is I can't understand why Charlemagne is fucking with iHearts. But Dame Dash essentially has what they say they want. Dame Dash is a guy who set up his own streaming network similar to Netflix, where he has his own content, original content. He has pod content. He has music content. If I'm a podcaster, with the status that the JBP has, where they say they're #1 pod in the world, why would I not go to King Dusko, Poppington, and see if I can get on his network, bro, and push my pod and push my shit there?
I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be one of those moments right now. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm known for these type of moments throughout the.
I know One Piece is gonna be the Hova Dame Dash situation.
No.
Because them niggas halfway work for Hove anyway.
Okay, yeah, but the reason why this is, I hope this goes worldwide, because niggas is stupid, man, and niggas is brainwashed. That's why.
Which niggas is stupid and which niggas is brainwashed?
Niggas in general is as dumb as fuck, man.
So are we saying Dame dumb?
No, I'm saying
you saying the niggas that don't want to fuck with Dame are dumb.
I'm saying black people in general. Like there's no reason. There's no logical reason.
Man, you gonna get us canceled before we get popping.
Look, it's no logical reason why black people don't flock to Dame Dash. There's no logical reason. Because
they don't do it because Hove told them not to.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, think about it like this. Think about it in reference to every other aspect of our existence as black people in the United States, right? So not Stephen Barry's, what was the monkey on the shirt shit? What was that? What place was that?
The monkey on the shirt.
Oh, they had the little black kid with the monkey on the shirt.
Oh, wasn't that like
that
I I want to say Old Navy, but
it was. But anyway, that store didn't shut down. Motherfuckers still went there.
Right.
Like, Hilfiger, like, I don't want niggas wearing y'all shit, wearing my shit. Niggas still shop at Hilfiger. Like, there's no logical reason why we patronize a lot of these places that will say in layman, not even in code, they'll say outright, man, I don't want black people wearing my shit. And we'll still buy that shit.
Well, but that's a mindset, though. Desegregation was the worst. In certain aspects of it, desegregation was one of the worst things that happened to us because segregation forced us to shop with our own. And we had thriving communities when we shopped, educated, patronized our own. Well, once desegregation happened, we didn't win. The white folks ain't come shop with us. No. It was reversed. We went uptown and shopped with the white people.
And we continue to have that same kind of mindset to that, like, okay, like, and that's why I like keeping people around me who are younger than me and have different, I guess, value systems than me, you know what I'm saying? Because I get to hear how they think, you know what I'm saying? It's like even the forward thinking young people, like, they so brainwashed. Like, even my daughter, like, I have literally hour-long conversations about a label. I'm like, man, we ain't gotta go to Foot Locker. We can go to Walmart and I can buy you a box of labels and you can put the label on this thing. It's the same shoe, literally the same shoe. Oh no, I don't want to do that. No. I'm like, but the only reason you want me to spend, or you want to spend X amount of dollars, is not because of the comfort, not because of the stitch count, not because of anything but the label. And that is 100% us as black people being brainwashed. Because when I look at people who have big money, who have real money, millionaires, trillionaires, they wear nondescript clothes. They drive Hondas.
I don't know if that's all the way true.
When I look at Steve Jobs and Elon Musk.
You couldn't count that shit. You can't count Steve Jobs and Elon Musk because Elon Musk will walk around with a Tom Ford suit on. You wouldn't even know it's Tom Ford. You wouldn't realize this nigga got a $20,000 watch on.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Because you just don't know those. You don't know the extent to those brands. We know shit like fucking Gucci belts and Hermes belts and shit like that.
But what I'm saying, like, and I had a couple days this week to just do nothing really. And, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the mall. You know what I'm saying? I got time to kill. I'm in the mall with my young guy, with Ray. And we in the mall chilling, walking through this, trying to kill time.
Right.
Looking at Hermes, looking at Versace, Louis Vuitton.
Right.
What's the one with Perry? These high end stuff. I'm like, bruh, this shoe costs $500, man. This shoe is not more functional than the shoe we got on our feet.
Well, the thing is, people who are buying like $500 shoes and $300 belts, but they live in paycheck to paycheck, or they riding the bus to get around and shit like that. So if you can afford it, you can afford it.
But regardless, I'm like,
but my question is though. With that being said, I know we got off on a tangent, but
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why do more of our celebrities not fuck with Dame Dash? I don't get it.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because that mentality is not limited to people who don't have money. Like listening to rap music, and I'm gonna keep going back to rap music because I think rap music has a lot of influence on society and culture. Mm-hmm. Like when you listen to Lil Baby or Da Baby or these popular artists, they rap about wearing, high end stuff. They rap about Gucci and Hermes and Medusa and all. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I mean that's a part of hip hop. It's a part of hip hop. It's part of the culture. That's what we do. We brag, we shining. So we gonna tell you what we got, even though we ain't got it, but we did it. But we gonna tell you what we got.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we didn't have the knowledge and the access when we were rapping that they have. And like what makes these younger guys so hard to listen to is like, okay, Lil Baby, I'm not picking on him, but Lil Baby can do a song about protesting. Lil Baby's OGs are Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Young Jeezy just told you, man, no, we not buying no more Hennessy. We buying Douce. We buying Ciroc.
Douce is made in the Hennessy Douce. It's the same shit.
Douce is black owned.
That's not true.
It's not black owned?
The Hennessy and the Douce come from the same fucking company, bro.
Are you sure?
All this shit ain't black owned. So you mean to tell me you think DeLeon is owned by Puff? You really thought that Ciroc is just straight up owned by Puff?
Well,
or like 50 owned effing? No, man.
I think they're 50%. They're majority owners.
Man, these niggas find an established liquor.
Yeah.
Put their stamp of approval on it, and then they go push that shit.
Well, no. I think that's 50 Cent's MO. 50 Cent's MO is to go put his name on something, but I'm 100% sure that Puff is an owner of Ciroc, because Puff is revolt. Puff, that's Puff's. He didn't go, and you can't, because they won't let us in. We have to come in a certain way, but when we come in, we start ownership. Like, if you're not buying all black, if you're not buying, not even all black, if you're not buying with people who have your interest, your best interest in heart, why are you buying? And even me saying that, I can say, okay, as human beings, we do have our wants and desires. So I know I got some jerseys. I got maybe 25 jerseys, maybe 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when I buy the jersey, I know, okay, I'm representing my home team. I'm representing the player because he has a contractual obligation with the team. But I'm knowing that when I buy a Clyde Drexler jersey, he's getting a residual off of that. He's getting paid off of that. I'm not, or if I'm buying, whoever I'm buying, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but even that's my thing. But I'm not going out and just buying everything because there's a label on it or because so-and-so said it's live. I'm always thinking like, okay, well, what does this company look to me as something to eat off of, or something are we working together? So
with that being said, you're saying that you shop your interests. So you trying to say when you go shop, you shop your interests.
I try to.
You're not gonna shop with anybody who doesn't have the best interests of your people or yourself in mind.
Always. Why wouldn't I?
So why are more of our black hip hop elite that are finding lanes in podcasting and video and all that shit, why are they not fucking with Dame Dash when Dame Dash has a proven platform that's 100% black owned from what I look like I see?
Which goes right back to my first statement, because niggas is stupid, man. Because niggas
but you can't say that because niggas are doing business with Jay, they doing business with Puff.
But okay, what I'm saying is, when you deal with, okay, I'm a tone down. Niggas ain't stupid, but niggas with black people, we have issues. We have deep-seated issues inside of our community that we haven't fixed yet, and those issues are the only thing that's holding us back from being the entities that we should be. Like, there's no reason why the Asian, the Hispanic, every other race has leapfrogged us in America. You can say racism, but the racism part is a large part of it. But we've also allowed ourselves to be brainwashed, and either they're greater manipulators than we are thinkers, or we're allowing ourselves to be manipulated more than they. Like, I like to think on the other side of the boat.
But in this situation, it's not about race, because we're speaking of why Dame Dash doesn't get the flowers and the credit he deserves from hip hop.
Because them white folks blackballed him, and we roll with that shit.
So,
that's why.
So in my mind, I feel like Lior
yeah,
is I feel like Lior came in and said, "Hey, let's jump behind Jay. Jay will do what we want him to do."
You know what? We can use that analogy to go with the Texans right now. Okay, we stay on the same boat, but like, everybody's like, "Oh, we want Eric Bieniemy," and the Texans say they want Frazier. So apparently, and the thinking behind Frazier is they think that Easterby and Cal can have more influence on Frazier than they can on Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy is more of a rogue. Let me do my own thing, and Leslie Frazier is more of a I'll do what y'all say as long as y'all hire me, right?
Okay.
To even make, I mean, and to me, it sounds like they saying Leslie Frazier's a house nigga and Eric Bieniemy is a street nigga. That's how it sounds to me. But at the end of the day, like, what's the goal? Is the goal to get a black man in this position? If the goal is to get a black man in this spot, let's get the black man in there. Let's not assume, like, that's the whole thing. Like, is the goal to get on or to get us on? Because if the goal is to get on, we can go anybody.
Nah, I don't know what that analogy means, because it's about. See, with that situation, I don't know if Eric Bieniemy is actually good head coach material. More teams have passed on him that like he's interviewed with more teams than just the Texans.
Yeah.
But when I look at the whole Dame Dash thing, I'm just trying to figure out like Dame Dash is proven. He's been proven to have a great ear for talent
over and over again.
He's been proven to star power. He's pushed your stars in his position. I mean, I feel like without Dame, you don't get Jay. You might get Jay might still pop up on the scene, but without Dame, so. I feel like you don't get the Cams of the world how you got them. You don't get the Kanye's how you got them. In certain aspects, you don't get like Dipset. Even though I feel like Cam probably would have popped anyway. He was with Puff first.
Yeah.
But, I feel like Dame really saw his potential, gave him a shot. And Dipset did what they did. I feel like he even showed up in the merch game, because I know Jim Jones got beef with Dame because he feel like Dame fucked him over with merch.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, like they hit to me, and I like to cross-reference things and jump back and forth, but the proof is in the pudding, man. Like, if you look at the history, and history is the telltale of everything. Like, when you go back through hip hop and look at New York, there's three names you're gonna have to say. You're gonna have to say Dame, you're gonna have to say Puff, and you're gonna have to say Premier.
So why do niggas run the J? Why is Jay untouchable? Like, why is it that, like Jay can come on the scene and say, he come with this conscious shit all of a sudden?
Because niggas don't read. That's why.
But Dame was screaming about that shit 20 years ago.
This niggas don't read.
The same shit Dame was screaming about 20 years ago, and they said, hey, man, you be barking on niggas too much. You fucking up the money.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Niggas
you fast forward 20 years, now Jay is trying to be that nigga.
Well, in fact, I'm gonna stop saying it like that. Like, niggas don't read, because
you got to stop it, because I feel like you take situation. You take, like, you're taking the minority of a grouping, and you're applying it with a broad stroke to everyone. Because
really to me, it's layered, right? Let's say this. The educational system has failed us as African American people, right?
You got to self-educate, though.
But
every other race self-educates, so why should we not self-educate?
That's what I'm saying. So once it goes back, like, every time we get to the core of it, and you look at, like, Hispanics, look at Asians, look at Italians, look at all the other races, they did it. So why didn't we do it?
But I think it's a mentality of the origins of how our people got here in a certain sense. Like, these people migrated here for a better life in a certain sense. Mm-hmm. Our ancestries, to a certain sense, they're slaves. They were slaves. So it's a slave mentality that's keep getting pushed over and over and over, and it's also like a system of oppression too.
So watch this. So what would make me want to stay here then?
What do you mean?
Well, why wouldn't if I'm looking at the Asian man, the Irish man, the Hispanic man, Latino man, any other man, and they came here looking for something better,
right?
And I was forced here. My first thought would be to what?
What I'm gonna go back to?
What's your first thought though?
I don't. What you mean? What's my first? This is all I know.
My first, but I know.
But this would be all I know. So my first thought is to
get the fuck away from here, man.
My first thought is to strive in where I'm at, though.
Well, how you gonna strive?
It's to do better.
It's not made.
That's what we fought for.
It's not made for you, though. It's not. Is it made for you?
So give me my what's my best option? What in this world is actually made for me to go? Because if I go to Africa, I'm called a Nakata. Because that's Nigeria. That's one part of Africa.
But
it's other parts of Africa. Watch
it.
Because look, I have these conversations with like Africans that are in America.
Yeah.
And they make it seem like, oh man, you Black Americans are so lazy. Y'all have it so good.
You do.
Because where I come from, it's a village with a dirt floor, and we only have one book for the whole 10 villagers, and y'all waste y'all resources. Y'all are so lazy.
Huh? It's kind of true.
What you mean?
Watch this though. Watch this though. What was the largest slave revolt ever?
It wasn't in America. It was in I keep forgetting the name of it. When they rose up against the slave owners, it's one of these Spanish black shit situations.
It's Haiti.
Somewhere. All right, Haiti. Yeah.
Haiti, right?
Yeah. It was Haiti.
It's Haiti. And so Haiti was a slave colony.
Right.
Rose up, kicked out, killed, however you want to do it, created. So if I'm an American and I'm like, okay, shit, I can't deal with this shit, I'm going to Haiti. But you have to pick up a book to know that's Haiti. You have to, that's what I'm saying. Like, and there's
whoa. So you telling me go to Haiti?
Fuck yeah.
Go. So explain to me that how Haiti is Haiti a better situation than America right now?
Haiti.
Do I have more opportunity in Haiti than I have in America right now?
More, no, equal, yes.
I have, so me,
if you
Black American, if you I go to Haiti.
Yeah. If you go to Haiti with your intelligence and your ability, if Aaron goes there right now, your knowledge of cars, your knowledge of music, your knowledge of audio, visual, yeah, you got hell of it.
But we got Haitians that want to come to America for a better life.
Yeah, Haitian because Haiti is a small country, and it does have third world country issues, but Haiti, like I'm saying, like how many black people do you know? How many black people do you know have you heard say, man, I'm going to go to a small black country and build there?
Just black people from America?
Yeah.
They're not going to go.
But they'll
I mean, if they have ties to it, they might go. But that's just like,
yeah, but what I'm saying, but you say, but
a lot of these small third world countries, it's like corrupt governments, bro.
But what I'm saying is, I'd rather try to fight inside of a country that's told me for 400 years I don't want you here than to go to a country that's run by my people.
Them ain't my people. Because when I go there,
who are they? They are your people.
But when I go there, I'm not treated as equal as that's my people. Though.
Because you're not. If you go to Haiti, and if you go to any country in the world, and you treat the people with respect, they'll treat you the same way. Now, if I go here and be like, oh man, y'all ain't got this, no, we ain't got that, because we don't have the advancements that y'all have. Whether it be Haiti or whether it be fucking Honduras or whether it be Mexico. So
tell me this. Explain this to me. All right, Mexico is a good example.
Okay.
I know successful Mexican Americans who came from Mexico who would not go back to Mexico.
No, they would not.
Because of the corrupt government.
Yes.
Because of like crime, cartel, whatever.
Okay.
People getting extorted.
Yes.
All of these like little Spanish spots in South America.
Okay.
They won't go back. It's a better life here. It's like I'd rather deal with the bullshit here
than to go there.
Because it's a better quality of life. So why would I go there? So why would me who has no knowledge of real history of Haiti,
okay,
or El Salvador, any of that shit?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
there. Why would I go there and try to establish a new life with this knowledge that I have and this wealth that I'm going to generate?
Okay.
And then I gotta really like have 24-hour security and all that shit.
Okay, let me put it like this. So it starts with information, knowledge, and so if it's me, this is hilarious because some of the things you talking about, like I'm dealing with some of the issues right now, like in real life. So,
well, hold on, time out. Explain this to me.
Yes, sir.
Your lineage is from where?
My mother is Ugandan and my father is South African.
Explain to me why you're not in Africa right now.
I'm not in Africa right now. I'm gonna open up. So my father passed away December 2019, right?
Okay.
And so his first daughter, who's like 5 years older than me, she has a connection, a better connection or a better lineage or line talking with them over there in South Africa. They didn't know he passed because he, for whatever reason, doesn't fool with them in South Africa.
Right.
He's the owner of land there. So they were like, I ain't heard from Jablani and XYZ so and so. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? We heard he passed, but we need the death certificate.
Right.
What you need that for? Because there's land involved.
Right.
Right. So there's land. So land is ownership. Ownership is power. So why I'm not there is because I didn't have the connection I was supposed to have. I didn't have for whatever reason. But should I be there? Yeah. Does my mom go back every time she can? Yeah.
So why are you not in? So why have you not taken the knowledge, the skills that you've learned, and took it back to your home, to where you're from, establish a home there? That is
a conversation that,
because it sounds like to me,
yeah,
that's really a better situation.
That is a conversation that I have all the time. That is a conversation that's always had. Like, hey, like if I call if I right now call my uncle right now or my mom, anybody, I call and then be like, what have you told? If I ask her, what have you told about Africa? You should go right now. With what you know now, you could be a king here, or you could be so and so here. You have knowledge because, the reason why I haven't gone back in my later years is because I'm building something now. In my younger years, I didn't have the knowledge that I thought I should. I didn't think I had knowledge. I didn't know.
So if you have the knowledge now,
yeah,
why would you not go back now and build build on what you're working on here there? Why would you not do that?
That's eventually the plan. That's the plan eventually. But why
you not doing it? Why you can't do it? Why you can't go do it from Africa now? Like why are you waiting? What's the wait for?
My goal is to get 5 satellite Heads Up Houston satellite programs that are running on their own.
Okay.
And as soon as that happens, now I can go to another country, which, I mean, the crazy part is not even just Heads Up. This is an open game for anybody. If you want to go to a foreign country and bring a baseball, basketball, or anything that's a U.S.-based thing to their country, they're open for it. There's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of prosperity into it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a person that's really driven by monetary things. Like if it was about just making money, I'd have been going along. I done had a people like, hey, you're so and so son. I know you do this. Come over. We can do this right now. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's not.
But why the hesitation though?
The hesitation for me is
because sometimes I feel like when I talk to you about it, I feel like you have this aura about yourself, like you're so disgusted with the black American, because, like you said earlier, they're dumb, and I know you don't mean that in the sense of everyone, but why would you not go back and plant that seed? And then when you say that, especially with you and Head, because both y'all actually, I mean, you're from Africa, his dad's from Africa, like y'all have that lineage, so out of anyone else, why wouldn't y'all go do that there if America is not built for us? And it's not the best place for us.
It's twofold. One is like, I think that we both have a spirit of, well, all three of us have a spirit of a compassion of service. So it's like, it doesn't sit right with me. To me, I'm like, I know it's like being from two different families, right? And it's like, I have a family here, and I see the shortcomings in my family here, and I see and I'm like, okay, let me get y'all good, cause y'all need this. Like, they need to hear me say, "Hey man, y'all tripping." They need to hear me say that, because nobody ain't telling them they tripping.
Telling who?
The African American. Nobody's saying like, look, man, look, it's us. As long as we beef with us, we can't get to where they're at.
But see, I feel like you have. So I feel like you have something I don't have. I've never been to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have family from. I don't have any like family I know of from Africa. I don't have any ties to say that, oh, I'm Nigerian and I can go get cultural information or know lineage of African lineage that I would have. So to me,
yeah,
I don't have a place there. So if you told me right now, Dub, you can go to Africa and live like a king, and you can implement all your knowledge you know of the automotive industry and the music industry and video and recording industry and all that shit. Bet. I hop on a flight, I pack up, I go to Africa.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to expect.
And that's the whole thing. It's like,
I feel like I don't have a place.
No,
I feel like at least here in America, I have a place. I have history. I have ties. I have lineage. I have a path that I can do.
You do.
I'm successful in what I do now.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
And I'm working on something.
It's the same. It's
but
like,
I feel out of place because I feel like if I go there, I'm gonna be looked at as an outsider because of how
it's the same.
Africans who have came to America treat me.
Well, no, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's like,
bro, but I've been in spots with you, with your countrymen, who we walk in, they both look at us like, you stupid, silly Americans, and then they realize, oh, Jablani, how is your mother? But then they still looking at me like, oh, stupid ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nigga in Africa.
Yeah,
I'm a nigga in America.
Yeah,
by black people.
But what I'm saying, I'd rather be a nigga with people who can. I'd rather be a nigga in Africa, because if I'm a nigga in Africa, at the very least, I can stop being a nigga in Africa. But you're gonna always be a nigga. No matter what happened, you're gonna always be a nigga in America.
See, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't have a place, because when you really look at it, black people sold black people to white people. White people ain't go to Africa, ain't go into the villages.
Now you gotta stop there. Yeah, look.
What you mean?
You gotta stop there.
So you mean to tell me a white man went to Africa and just took niggas out the village?
No, but what I'm saying is that if we gotta think about it like this. The sins of the past are the sins of the past, right? And the same way that Americans are fucked up, Africans are fucked up too.
Right.
I'm talking about as far as the way we think about each other. And so if we just continue this same thing, well, I don't got a place there, and like, somebody has to bridge the gap. And hold up, one more thing. No other culture in the world acts like that.
What you mean?
Italian Americans don't act funny with Italians when they go to Italians. Asian Americans don't act funny when they go to Asia. German Americans, like, no other culture in the world detaches themselves from each other. Like, oh no, fuck that. That's only Africans and African Americans.
Well, I don't know, because I can't speak on other races. I don't know other races intimately like that to know if that's a thing. I mean, I hear
it's a fact.
But I hear Chinese Americans who've been here their whole life who are Americanized. They're shunned by some of their family.
They're not shunned though.
But they're shunned by some of their family that's back in China, or some of their family that's, back in the Middle East, because hey, you act like these Americans. You've forgotten our values. You've forgotten our traditions.
You're talking about on a micro, like, oh, you not doing things, but as far as like on the whole, it's Irish American. So they have Irish Day, They have St. Patrick's Day parades.
They do.
They have and when the St. Patrick's
But
Day,
but like I said, Bug, it's a difference on how they got here. I'm not African American, my nigga.
It's very African American, man.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Yes, I'm African American. But what I mean by that is, nigga, my ancestry and my lineage, all I know of is in America. It's from America. I don't have no.
I agree.
I don't have any lineage to go back and find out. Hey man, what's my African last name? Nah, nigga, my last name Williams, I know that's a slave master's last name.
I agree. All I'm saying is that.
So I think it's easier for you to feel the way you feel because your name is Jablani Satole.
Yeah.
So you have you can trace back lineage to Africa from your mama, your dad.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that an Asian American is born here knows they're Asian. They know they're Asian. Even if they don't follow the Asian traits or they don't do things that they do in whatever part of Asia. When I say Asia, I'm talking about Indian, I'm talking about all that. They still know, okay, I speak my language. If I don't know the language, I can say, okay, well, and this goes to your point, I can go back and say, okay, well, my mom is from here, I can learn this language. If it's Mandarin, if it's this, if it's that.
I ain't even got that.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, I gotta do the ancestry DNA.
Yeah.
What's that shit?
But no, watch this. But African Americans in America they ain't even thought to themselves like, okay, we'll just do Swahili.
We'll just do what?
We'll just do Swahili. That Swahili is spoken from the top of Africa to the bottom of Africa. Just like if there's different dialects of German. There's different dialects of Asian. But do you know, okay, I can speak Chinese, I can speak Japanese.
Right.
There's different dialects in that. But if I speak Japanese, you know, it's like my dad speaks Swahili, my mom speaks Buganda. But Swahili is spoken all the way through.
I don't know that.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's the type of thing.
But why do you know that?
Because I have researched.
No. That's not why you know that.
I know that because I'm not Moroccan. I'm not Ghanaian.
But you know that because your parents are from Africa.
Yeah, but even
your parents have direct lineage from Africa. Like you were born in Africa. You're a dual citizen, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying even being a dual citizen, I'm not from Zimbabwe.
But that's just like
me knowing that Zimbabwe speak Swahili is, even as an African, I like being from Uganda and somebody being from Nigeria. We don't have none of the same values. Yeah, we don't even have the same religions.
But you can say that now though. So you could just say like now, like, oh shit, nigga, I'm from Texas, so. Hey man, in Dallas, them niggas wear leather pants.
That's what I'm saying.
H-time, we wear starch. We wear,
that's what I'm saying. So it's the same difference.
But that's because that's where I'm from. So I have that knowledge.
Me too.
Of my ancestry.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like it's the same. So even me being from Uganda or in South Africa, and most of the Africans in the United States being from Nigeria, we different. We don't see eye to eye, but we still recognize each other as, okay, we're both from Africa.
Exactly.
And the thing with even with Jamaicans and Haitians and all that, they recognize that we are black people who were displaced from Africa. But I feel like Americans don't feel that way. They don't feel like they were Africans displaced from Africa. They feel like I'm American because that's all I know. And if you don't take the step to be like, okay, shit, let me at least.
I don't feel like I'm an African displaced from Africa.
But that's what it is.
I feel like I'm a black American. That's what I feel like.
But if that's how.
But I feel that way because of the way I've been treated, in a sense, from Africans who have migrated from Africa to here. Everybody ain't JB. Everybody ain't Chuck.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't. You are an Americanized African.
But I'm not though.
Nah,
I am.
You are, bro.
No, I'm not.
Me and you really can go to Africa right now, South Africa. Hop off the plane, and until you tell them what your name is, they gonna think you a stupid Akata just like me, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. See, the fact that you say Akata lets me know, like,
that's all I know because that's all I've been called is Akata.
But that's
because it seems like it's nothing but Nigerians
in
Houston trying to scam me.
Yeah, ain't no Akatas in Uganda.
What do Ugandans call them?
We don't even have a word for Americans like that.
Stupid niggas.
No, we don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like like
silly Americans.
You know who Lou Baker is?
No.
Lou Baker. A little bit of mambo in my life.
Oh, I know that song.
A little bit. He's Ugandan.
I don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like Idi Amin. Idi Amin, the dictator.
Yeah.
He's Ugandan. Nelson Mandela, South African.
Oh, I know now. I know stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's different ways of thinking, different places. It's like niggas in. Oh, I'm sorry. People in different parts of the world have different, ways of relating.
Well, so I get that, and I've read, and I've had conversations that, if I was to actually step outside of the States, I would get a different kind of view.
100%, man. 100%.
I would have a different view of the world and of life, and what's more important. I've heard that being in America, you see something one way, which is probably distorted and should be another way. What do you think, pictures of? Oh,
this is for Cleopatra talking. So make sure she know where I'm at, because people think I be lying when I say I'm places. I don't know why.
Oh, you gotta have that evidence.
Evidence.
Bro, I don't know how we got here, but I'm still trying to figure out why niggas in hip hop don't fuck with Dame Dash.
Okay, yeah. So back to
I want to know exactly your views on this Dame Dash, Jay-Z shit. Why is Hove considered the GOAT, and all these niggas cape for this nigga?
I can say
and Dame Dash is like the devil. Why is that?
I can say it in maybe 6 sentences. Okay, we in hip hop are infatuated with money. We in hip hop don't look past the surface. We in hip hop aren't educated. We in hip hop don't educate ourselves. We as black people have been oppressed so much that we look for the quick out, which is why basketball, like football, all that stuff, like when you talk to your people about football, basketball, they were like, oh, you big, you should play. Like, it's a bunch of big, sorry motherfuckers. It's a bunch of big, tall, 7-foot niggas that sorry. Like, there is skill and work and time and effort that's put in to be good. So you say anything.
So you saying Jay ain't put time and work and effort into being good?
No, I'm saying that they see Jay-Z and what he presents, his even his speech. Oh, I didn't even read the Bible. I just said these things. Like, nigga, ain't no way in the world you made that song Lucifer and you ain't read the Bible.
Oh, I definitely think that Jay downplays his
intelligence 100%.
Yeah. But why?
Because when you downplay your intelligence, you make yourself more relatable. That's why Keisha Cole gets in the same conversation with Mary J. Blige, because Keisha Cole sounds like any chick you can find. You can find 100 chicks on Jensen that sound exactly like Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole. You can find 100 chicks that sound like her, but you can't find 100 chicks that sound like Mary J. Blige.
Mary really can't sing though. I thought the Mary J. Blige and Keisha Cole comparison was because they both just sung about pain. Like, their best music is when they're depressed and being abused by niggas. That's why I thought you got the comparison.
Mary J. Blige is what we call a muse.
You're not going to sit here and say Keisha Cole can't sing.
I know. Well, I am going to say.
And you're not going to sit there and say you can find a Keisha Cole on every corner. You can find an Ashanti on every corner.
I know. I'm saying you can find an Ashanti or Keisha Cole. I'm saying that Mary J. Blige's voice is so authentic, is so soul inspired, is so original compared to Keisha Cole. Like, it's not the same.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt me?
Who hurt you?
Nobody hurt me.
and again, wow, how is it, bro? I just.
You think you don't think that, like, you think that Keisha Cole's in the same conversation with Mary J. Blige?
I don't think Keisha Cole's in the same conversation. I think they're similar artists.
They're
similar artists because they make the best music when they're hurt.
That's just an aspect. I mean, that's an aspect of how they make music. But I think that, like, when you put Keisha Cole, you can't put Keisha Cole on What's the 411. You can't put her on on the I'm Going Down. You can't put a Keisha Cole with Method Man and you're All I Need to Get By. She's not gonna have that. It's not gonna be the same. Tammy Terrell is an all-time great artist. People don't even know who Tammy Terrell is because Mary J. Blige reinvented that song. KC reinvented that song lately. People don't know that's a Stevie Wonder song because he Jodeci reinvented that song. How many times you heard people say, "Man, they fucked over Stevie Wonder"? They don't say that because people don't even. They're like, "Shit, that's Jodeci did that lately, man."
I just think it's errors. So the people who grew up listening to Stevie Wonder will know.
Yeah.
The people who grew up listening to Jodeci, they're not gonna take time out to know. Oh, that's a Stevie Wonder song. They just think KC sung throw that song.
And once again, it goes back to my earlier.
So
thing.
they just like right now. If I can cover a Sam Cooke song good,
Yeah.
a grouping of people would not know that was Sam Cooke. They'll think it was me.
But that goes back to my original statement that black people
No, that's not
don't
a black.
read.
That's not a true state. You can't say that.
I can't.
That's just like right now. You get these young boys that's gonna listen to the Young Boy Never Broke Again featuring Migos.
Yeah.
The I Need It track.
They gonna know it's but no.
There's no.
They gonna know it's 50, man.
No, they don't, bro.
They know it's 50.
There is a grouping of people who don't know that was 50 Cent at first.
Under 15.
There are a grouping of people that don't know that's Bitch Get in My Car.
But you know what I'm saying? But that's people who weren't
not
alive or young.
So so that's what I'm saying. Say that. Don't say niggas don't read because they didn't know the KC covered the Stevie Wonder song. Because they're too young to know Stevie Wonder song it first.
What I'm saying is immediately in 1994 when that song came when the lately version came out and he said oldie but goodie, our generation was like, oldie? What? Who sang it first? But nowadays there's not a conscious effort to know that there's life before.
You can't say that, man. That's just can't say that.
It's the truth, bro. Like I know for a fact, for a non, like it's not me saying this. This is a statement that's been put out since long I've been alive. You want to put some information and hide it from black people, put it in the book.
Why does every conversation go back to you saying black people don't read or can't read?
They don't.
Or black people stupid.
And you know, you're right. I shouldn't say stupid. And when I say stupid, I mean like, no, the reason why I say stupid is because I'm like, we're the only people who can help us. And so us not realizing that we're the only ones that can help us, to me, that's stupid. Now, I agree. We're not stupid. We're very intelligent. I'll give you a perfect example. Black people for years and years and years, exactly 40 years, were like, man, that whole NASA shit, that shit fake. We ain't go to the moon. That shit fake as fuck.
That ain't just black people though.
But let's just say black people. We're still in our community, right?
Nah, but see, no.
Hold on, no, but don't shoot me down, because I'm
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's see where you going.
And then the movie Hidden Figures come out, and it comes out because through history that was there, but we didn't read it. That black women were the women who made the entire situation go down. So now, what, is it still fake? Is it still a fraud?
But that's not only black people. They're not only black people. Black people aren't the only people who feel like it's conspiracy.
I agree.
That we didn't go to the moon.
It
ain't just black people.
I agree.
And just because you put out a movie called Hidden Figures that says black women helped NASA get to the moon, that shit ain't finna change nothing for the conspiracy theorists.
So why?
Who
how?
are listening to scientists who used to work for NASA say, "Hey, we don't have the technology to leave Earth's atmosphere."
But when I'm telling you, like, and once again, it goes back to reading and us.
But that ain't just white, that ain't just black people. Though.
Watch it. When we say that, okay, well, let's look at Africa. Let's look at Africa in history, and we can't figure out, well, how the fuck did they make these pyramids? We can't do that shit now. Like, it's in our lineage to be great scientists, and it's repeatedly over time, Charles Drew. Over time, we've always been the best scientists. So when they say they can't be done because they're not great scientists.
When you say they, who do you mean by they, though?
Non-black people. But black people throughout time have always been great scientists, doctors, lawyers, thinkers, creators.
But what does that have to do with any of this, though?
What I'm saying is, if we as a people were education first, forward thinking, not education first, like do what they tell you to do, but like open up a book on your own.
So let me ask you a question. All right, you feel this strongly about this?
Yes.
What is JB doing to change the narrative?
That's not a fair question, man.
It is a fair question.
That's not fair at all.
No, because if you have this much criticism of your community, I want to know what JB is doing to change the narrative in his community. I know JB can't change every black person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
but what is JB doing to change that narrative in his community through his works?
That's what I'm saying.
Educate.
That's not fair.
How is that not fair?
Because my job, my profession, that's all I do. I don't feel like everybody should be as passionate or as like I can't compare me to the average individual because
no, but we're not talking about the average individual. I want to know, since you have this much criticism of the black community,
yes,
what are you doing to help change the narrative?
It's what I do every day. Every day I have young people in front of me and we have conversations about anything, and anything could be, how does this work, or what do you do, how do you get money, how, and that's what I do for a living. So it's not, I'm not, it's not fair. Meaning, that's what I chose. What I chose to do for a living was to be someone that black people can or black children could see as an example. Like I know I'm not going to get in the car and jam something that don't have some meaning behind it, or I'm not going to be everything. When I'm talking to them, I'm not, yeah, man, I'm very much using words that are higher level. If they're 2 or if they're 20, like it's not fair to compare or to ask me, because that's a purposeful thing every day when I'm talking. I'm like, hey, this is what I have to do.
But see, I see this a lot. Like I follow some people on Instagram. I know some people personally that, you know, instead of educating the community or educating other black people, it's more of a persecution.
It's more of a
and to be honest with you, it's kind of, I know you personally might not do it.
Yeah.
In our group text that we have amongst the Circle G's.
Yeah.
And like what we do now, we just having a conversation.
Yes,
I don't know if people think the shit interesting or not, but just in conversation we talk about these things where I know people who, you know, they get on Instagram and they say, oh, you this stupid because you don't do that. You don't know you are more. You don't know you should be a Muslim. You don't know you should be a black Israelite.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't really know where you from.
Yeah.
You ain't from America. I mean, you might be born in Texas and your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, they from Texas, but you really from Zimbabwe, but you stupid because you don't know that.
Yeah.
Like, I see that, and to me, all that does is continues to turn someone off from being educated about that and saying, man, I don't give a shit because all I'm getting is persecution.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you feel this strongly about it, if you say black people don't read and black people are dumb and black people don't do this because of this, like every question that I've asked or that we've talked about, like the first question was, why do we not give Dame Dash his flowers?
Yes.
And that question has turned into how
black people are dumb.
Dumb black people are from you.
You know why?
So because of that, that's why I say, well, if you feel that strongly about it, I feel like your work daily has to be to change that narrative. It got to be. It has to be educating people.
It is.
It has to be putting the knowledge in the community. It is. And I know you can't
change the world.
You can't change the world, but what are you doing to change that narrative? Because it can't be persecution, and I ain't doing nothing to change the narrative, because you're just gonna turn everybody off. Because if I didn't know no better, I'd be like, hey man, I ain't fucking with JB because JB don't like niggas. He don't like niggas that look like him.
But see, that's the cold part about it. See, the funny thing about it is when that's like when you go in your profession and I'm pretty sure people come in there and they know everything about cars. They know everything about, purchasing cars and the insides of cars, and they're novices about cars, right? And so they come in here and they tell you all these information that they're like, and you have to at some point be like, hold up, man, stop. Your information is not right. And your information is really putting you at disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody on the outside looking in could be like, shit, man, look at all the advantages you have in America. Look at the advantages you have. Like, you don't see it this way because you've been indoctrinated into the way it should go. But somebody's like, shit, like my dad had to pay to go to school in elementary, in middle school, and then even paying to go to school, if you didn't have a certain grade level, a grade point, you was done after like 4th, 5th grade. And then the material you were doing was like 5 years ahead of so it's like somebody else gonna be like, how the fuck are you not going to school? Like, what you'd rather go this impossible route or this super hard route than this route that's laid out? They giving you a blueprint to, like, if you do this, that, and the other, and we're not even going at the speed that's, we're going at a speed. There's so many things that and I understand that's like a person might not know any different, but when somebody else comes in and says like, hey man, you got it good, you can't be like, oh man, you gotta be like, shit, well, how I got it good? That's when the reading, and that's when then you have to look, okay, well, if they're saying I got it good, how do y'all got it? And if I don't want to take the time to look over there and see what y'all got going on, I'm being arrogant. Like the very first thing I said when Corona, when before it was like in November of last, I'm like, man, America's ignorance is gonna show with coronavirus because people, the ignorance and arrogance. This is an American thing. Americans are arrogant and ignorant off the top. So when the rest of the world is like, you know what, shit, what? Oh, Americans gonna be, man, I got rights. I got rights. You can't tell me what to do. You can't, what? I gotta do what? Wear a mask, man, I got personal rights. Arrogance, ignorance. We don't want, like, in World War II in London, when the British said, hey, they gonna bomb, y'all need to go in the shelter, they might bomb, everybody went on the ground. It wasn't no thinking about, oh, I ain't gotta go in the shelter, who are they? Or they said the Germans, that's not an arrogant, Americans are arrogant. They've always been arrogant. That's why the rest of the world looks at America the way it does, because they show their arrogance in their actions. There are great aspects to America, but there are also aspects that Americans don't want to own up to.
But that's anywhere you go though, because in some countries, they don't have a right. Like at least in America, you have some rights. Yeah. Where you have a right to choose. Like exactly. You're right. Yeah. I have a right to choose to wear my mask, or I can try to buck the system and not wear my mask. The consequences are, I can probably catch a fucking corona and die. The consequence is you're putting your personal agenda over the greater good. That's what Americans understand. Yeah, you have a personal right, and yeah, you've been given a personal right. Yeah, you have the right to free speech, but if you feel like your right to free speech allows you to harm others, well, then you're putting your personal belief over the greater good. Well, no, I have a right to free speech. But I have to make sure that that right comes with a cost. So
I
have a right for free speech.
Yeah.
But I have to deal with any repercussions to come with it.
So why would I even? So if I had the right to free speech, why would I go out and be like, "You fucking niggers"? That don't make sense.
But I have the right to say that.
But what I'm saying
now, whatever comes with it comes with it.
So now you're saying that. That's what I'm saying.
So you would rather live somewhere where I don't have that right to free speech. You want to live somewhere where I gotta say and do what you tell. So
no.
You want to go to Cuba. You want to live in Cuba where I really can't say that shit because the government got they little spies walking around, and if I say the wrong thing, that might snatch me up right quick.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that It's a tough. It's not easy.
You can't, but you can't have it both ways.
Exactly.
You can't have your freedom of speech.
Yeah.
But then you also want to censor people when you want to censor them.
What I'm saying is, and this is the difference between America and other places. The right to free speech in America translates as I can say whatever I want to. That's not free speech. That's irresponsible. Like Donald Trump is the antithesis of free speech because he says whatever the fuck he wants to, no matter if it's incite some bad shit or he's speaking freely, and that's his right.
It's his
but
right.
that's
But
irresponsible.
he's also reaping he's also reaping the what do you call it? The fallout from it. So he's being impeached.
So watch
because
this.
of his free speech as the president, now he's being impeached for inciting riots to the Capitol building from what he said.
So watch this. How do you think the family of the 3 people that died, the families of the 3 people who died, do you think they're okay with Donald Trump having his ability to have free speech?
Well, hold on. What do you mean? What families of what people?
The woman that was shot by the officer.
But she chose to go storm the Capitol.
But she was incited by his words.
I don't give a shit. That's her fault.
What about the officer that died?
The officer that got beat up by the protesters?
Yeah.
Every protester that beat that man up should be prosecuted and put in jail.
But I'm saying, we're not talking about. So you talking about so that's equal. You say it's okay if you get killed, it's okay if you go to jail. No. So you think?
What do you mean? Say that again. What you mean?
Do you think that the families of the people who died would have rather Donald Trump been hindered in his speech so he couldn't say some incite some shit, or they're like, well, it's free speech, so fuck it, that's what we get?
Well, Donald Trump was voted in by the people.
Yes,
of America.
Yeah, but I'm talking about free speech though.
Nah,
I'm talking about free speech.
He can have his free speech.
So you're saying whatever repercussions come from somebody's free speech, you're okay with it?
Yes, it's free speech.
And I'm saying that
because how do you censor that? Explain to me how I censor.
We're
free
not
speech.
trying to censor.
Yes, you are.
No,
because you're trying to say that Donald Trump shouldn't have had the platform he had.
I'm saying that if you allow anybody to be irresponsible with their speech, you're gonna have irresponsible actions that come with it.
See, I've seen now it makes more sense. Now your stance on two-way makes more sense because you are pro censorship. You're pro
Why gotta be censorship? People. It's not censorship. Saying
you're just saying that I shouldn't have freedom of speech.
No, I said that the ability to have freedom.
So all right, right now you're free to say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Yes, I am.
So essentially, theoretically speaking, you can say kill all white people.
I sure can.
That you have that right to say that.
Is that responsible?
No, it's not responsible, but you have the right to say it.
So you're saying that I have the right to be irresponsible.
What do you mean by that? You have the right to free speech.
But do I have the right to be irresponsible?
So me being a sane person, I have the if you have the right to free speech, if you have the right for free speech.
But do I have the right to be irresponsible?
But who judges?
I'm asking a question. Do I have the right to be irresponsible?
Yes, you have the right to be irresponsible.
So why do I want to give people the right to be irresponsible?
So how do you? So all right, tell me how you police free speech.
That's a great question.
Because policing free speech is censorship.
No, policing free speech is saying like, look, you can speak freely, but we can't allow you to incite or to just say shit that is irresponsible.
What do you mean? But he had been doing that since the campaign trail.
I agree with you. And
so, you tell me how that works. You tell me how you're gonna police. Tell me how you're gonna police free speech.
What I'm saying.
Tell me at what point do you say, hey man, you can't talk anymore. Take his free speech privileges away.
When you are saying things that are untrue, that are inciting violence, that are not in the best interest of the grand scale.
So who determines all of this? Because at one point, it was in the best interest of the bigger scheme of America.
Okay.
For black people to be segregated. Slavery was legal before.
Okay.
That wasn't the best interest. Huh?
Slavery wasn't the best. That's why they had
at one time it was.
It never was.
No.
It never was.
To us it wasn't. But
No,
at one
to
JB,
nobody.
JB, at one point in time, that was in America's best interest to have slaves.
No, they didn't.
What do you mean?
They
No,
had
it was law.
They had a civil war because slavery was not in the best interest of the entire country.
No. See, I get that portion, but what I'm saying,
What was that?
before the Civil War, at one point in time, it was in the best interest for there to be slaves.
No,
it was
no,
law. And then
no.
someone said,
it was
hey,
in the best interest of the southern states, but the northern states
see,
were
that's
like,
what I'm saying. You be dancing around this shit.
no, I'm just this
because
is the
what
facts.
I'm saying, no. But what I'm saying is, who polices the free speech? Who says it's not in Jablani's best interest to push this pro-black shit? Who polices that?
It's easy.
Who says that?
It's
who
easy.
Who says, hey
That's
man?
easy.
Who says, hey man, JB?
Yeah,
It's not in America's best interest for you to be talking all of this reading books for niggas.
That's very
so we gotta silence you.
okay.
Bro.
That's very easy. Like I said, if I'm not inciting violence, if I'm
No,
not,
I didn't ask you that because at that point you have to have someone who's saying what is and what isn't inciting violence.
Yes,
at
it's
that
easy.
Point, but at that point,
if no violence comes from what I'm doing, then I'm not inciting violence. If I'm not saying hurt somebody, if I'm not like there are like
all right, so you can say so Cap can say, hey, we're gonna peacefully protest and kneel for black equality.
okay,
And in that kneeling,
yeah.
what happened? What was said?
When he kneeled, people got upset because it felt like he was disrespecting the
He
flag.
was disrespecting the flag.
Yeah.
It wasn't in America's and the NFL's best interest to have him displaying that on the field.
Okay.
And ultimately, he got blackballed and kicked out the league.
And what did they say 5 years later?
What did Roger Goodell say 5 years later?
Yeah.
After a white man kneeled on a black man's neck until he died?
He said
He
were
said
wrong.
Cap was wrong. We were wrong.
We were wrong.
Did Cap get his job back?
No.
Did Cap get it? I know he got paid by the NFL.
Yeah.
But were the wrongs righted?
But that's
And
the
at
point,
one
though.
point, but no, there's the point
How's that the point?
at one point someone said, "Hey, it's not in the NFL's best interest to have this guy in the league
Yeah.
because he's causing too many problems."
Exactly.
When in theory,
Yeah.
he was peacefully protesting, doing the one thing that we said do.
I agree.
So what I'm trying to
But
say,
they were wrong.
But what I'm trying to say, and that's what I'm trying to say.
What? That people can be.
People can be wrong.
Yeah.
So I can't leave it up to a person to say, "Hey, man, what you're saying is wrong. You need to be silenced."
Yeah.
I can't.
So you say, what I'm saying? What I'm saying.
Fred Hampton. Why did they run up on Fred Hampton to kill him?
Because he was
what?
He was exercising his free speech, and they
But
used
what was he doing? What was the original function of the Black Panther Party?
to help black people.
All right. So
Yeah.
who deemed that a problem? Who deemed that a problem? Who deemed them terrorists? Who deemed them radicals?
Yes, the Hoover.
So how can I how can I expect one side to have? How can I expect one entity to have the greater good as a whole in mind to make these decisions? I can't.
Well, that's part of it's not. I agree with you. I'm not.
So
disagreeing.
there isn't not one entity that can say, hey,
No, but that's why we have checks and balances in our government.
they don't work now.
That's what I'm saying. So once again, you're arguing my point for me. What I'm saying is that in America, you have the Congress, you have Senate, you have the presidential. I mean, you have legislature, you have Congress, and you have different.
It's supposed to be for checks and balances.
Yeah, and so it's not one person saying it. It's not two people saying it. It's a group of people here, and we're supposed to be all looking forward to looking to the greater good of the people. Now, what has happened, the disconnect, which is what George Washington said. His first, when he left the office, he's like, man, let's not have political parties because they won't put the greater good of the country in their. They won't be looking forward to the greater good. They're looking for their personal parties' agendas.
I agree. This two-party system sucks.
Any party system sucks because if you have a party, then of course we have a party line, as opposed to having a general good. So I agree with you. I'm not saying it should be one person. I'm saying that we should all be thinking in every aspect. Okay, shit, what you saying right there, man? Like, I feel your point, but you can't say this shit like this because you know what's going. Like, there's no other recourse after you say this but violence.
But Donald Trump Donald Trump represented a mass portion of our population. We got
a portion, not a mass, a portion.
Nah, he. It's a lot of people who had the beliefs that he had.
But now you're giving people too much credit for knowing what the fuck going on. Because not only black people don't read. Let me help you out.
But we ain't talking about black people right now.
That's what I'm saying. It's not only black people who don't read. White people don't read. Like, people don't read. Like, how many people, if you ask them to give you the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, will tell you off the top of their head.
98% of the people don't know the first 10 amendments.
That's what I'm saying. So
they know the ones that they know the ones that works for them. Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, going by the word of people who are not as once again, the American educational system is not up to par with the rest of the world. Like, in third world countries, their STEM programs are 10 and 20 years ahead.
So if that's the case, why are they still so far behind America?
They're not.
So
they're not. They're not behind. Like, name a country that's behind. Like, you think that Asia's behind America? They might be.
I don't think Asia's a third world country though.
India is definitely a third world country. They take baths in the river in public. Like, they don't have running sewers. They don't have running sewers. Like,
so
America.
If they're so educated, why do they not have the what do you call it? Why
the infrastructure?
They not using the infrastructure that we have?
Because America's infrastructure covers up some of America's issues. Like,
but every place has an issue.
Yeah, and so, but in America's biggest issue is America's failure. Well, one of their biggest issues is America's failure to do what they said they were going to do. Like, America said it was going to be a melting pot, but it's not a melting pot. It's the opposite of a melting pot. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
It's not a place where people just melt together and you're Jewish and I'm Roman and he's something else and we come together and we share ideas and we're good. You do your stuff, I do. No, it's like, shit. You this and I'm that, and you better not come over here and I'm gonna be over here. I
don't think that's
very
true.
That's very true. If America was a melting pot, then some of the issues we had, like Donald Trump, wouldn't exist. How can you be a separatist if we're a melting pot?
That's a black and white thing.
Yeah, how can it be a black and white thing if it's a melting pot?
But it's America. It's always so.
That's what I'm saying. With America,
every other race, I feel like has been more accepted in America than black people.
I don't think so. You think Hispanic Latinos are accepted?
I think that in certain aspects, Latinos are more accepted than blacks.
No, I think the Latinos carved out their space through numbers and through unity better than blacks. I think that Asians carved out their space. I think that, like, we don't have to go to race. I think that homosexuals carved out their space through unity. I think that different factions have carved out their spaces through unity better than black people, but they're not more accepted. Like, how many Latino presidents have there been? How many black presidents have there been? How many women presidents have there been? How many governors of the state have been black?
What you mean?
I'm saying, if they're so accepted, how come they can't hold offices in the United States?
Who's they?
Latinos, Asians, homosexuals.
They hold offices.
There's never been a homosexual president. There's never been
no. You can't jump straight to the presidency.
What you mean? How long?
We've only had one black president. He was half black at that.
That's what I'm saying.
Now we have our first. Female VP.
How long?
And a woman of color, and she's not even black. So America is a good old boy.
No. How long has America been a country?
Well, shit, I don't know the exact year.
1776 to 2021.
Long as fuck.
Okay. How many black presidents have they had?
It all depends on what you believe.
Okay. How many?
Because if you really believe it, they say Obama won the first black president.
Okay. Well, how many homosexual presidents have we had?
That we know of.
Openly homosexual.
No.
How many?
But what does that have to do with anything?
Look, how many women have been vice president, secretary of state, president?
Well, Hillary Clinton was secretary of state.
So one.
And there you got Kamala.
2.
What does that have to do?
Watch this. How long have women been in the United States of America?
Yeah, but women were like second class citizens for a while.
Once again,
matter of fact, during the civil rights movement, the white woman hijacked the civil rights movement with this feminist movement that had nothing to do with, I think, black females, but they needed the black female to push the.
So now you're arguing my point for me.
But that has nothing to do with not. But that has nothing to do with America not being a melting pot. America itself is a melting pot of culture.
So how
because no one is truly from America. America is made up of people who migrated to America.
So if I'm a melting pot of culture,
the most American meal that you can think of, a hamburger, is not even American. It's German.
If I'm a melting pot of culture, right?
Right.
And all these cultures coming together,
right?
Then how is only 3% or one culture in charge of everything?
It's really more classism than racism.
I'm asking you a question.
It's classism. It's the 1%, and that 1% is white.
How? So you're telling me we have all these different classes and peoples and genres and of people, but only one type of person is allowed to be, in charge of and on all levels. I'm talking about from the executive to judicial. Like, I'm talking about judges. We're talking about the percentages of black, Hispanic, and are not even close. It's
you do realize that the civil rights movement was like, what, 40, 50 years ago?
You argue my point for me.
But you're saying that America is not a melting pot, then that's not true. But there's classism and racism too, though.
But if it's
so America being Houston in itself, is a melting pot of cultures.
It is.
That has nothing to do with racism or classism.
How many black mayors have we had? 2.
I only know of 2 that I've been allowed.
2. Oh, 2.
But we're in the South. We're in Texas.
2. That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't mean. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean it's not a melting pot of culture. Like
how could you be a melting pot if only one? Like that's
you name me something that is originally American right now.
Nothing.
Because it's a melting pot of cultures.
Watch this.
But the ruling percent is white people.
The
white people came from across the pond and established America.
The cry of the first Americans, 1776, 1780s, was taxation without representation is treason.
Okay.
They were mad because they like, how you gonna be across the pond and then tax me, and I can't even be in any type of political hierarchy. I'm just listed like the queen or tells me, oh, y'all gotta tax us. I can't be a mayor, a governor, none of that shit. Taxation without representation is treason.
Okay.
Right? That's 1776.
Right.
But now in 2021, you telling me that, well, it's classism. No, bro, it's not. If we're the same, if we're all mixing together and we're the same, then that means it should be black judges, it should be Latino judges.
But you got that though, so that's what I'm saying.
It should be equal. It should be equal.
Ain't shit in life equal though. Nothing in this world is equal.
What you mean?
Nothing is equal.
In a melting pot, how's not equal? We all the same.
Nothing is equal, bro.
We all the same.
I see, man. I don't know. Your view of shit is skewed. I don't.
If we all the same, if
we're not all the same, that's the reality.
So what's the difference?
On paper, you're on paper. To be honest with you,
yeah.
Yes, if it's me, you, or a Caucasian man, an Indian man, technically we're no different besides the pigmentation in our skin.
Exactly. So we should have the same representation.
But that's not how it's looked at from the ruling class, or in that situation.
I'm not even talking about the prison system. I ain't go there. I'm not going to go there, but the numbers don't reflect the numbers as far as people who are in power and influence don't represent the people who are in the country.
But that's just like when we worked at the YMCA.
Yeah,
and we had black program directors,
okay,
a lot of black counselors,
okay,
a lot of black coaches,
okay,
a lot of black referees,
okay,
or people of color.
Okay. So
it's almost safe to say that our counseling crew was a melting pot of people.
How?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
When we worked at the Post Oak YMCA,
yes, sir,
as camp counselors,
okay,
our camp counseling crew was a melting pot of people. We had white people.
Yeah.
We had black people.
Yeah.
We had Indian people.
Okay.
We had Chinese people.
True.
We had Spanish people.
True.
We had all walks of life.
But okay.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And
even the people who patronized the camp was all walks of life.
Yes.
All walks of life and class.
Yeah.
You got rich people and poor people.
Yeah.
And we were all looked at the same, equally treated. Now.
Who's the CEO?
No.
Who's the CEO?
Let me finish.
But who's the CEO, though?
I'm getting to that point. So, once we start moving up, well, that melting pot thinned out.
Okay.
And the higher up you get, you start seeing less people that look like me.
Why is that?
So listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
So apprentices, we had our program director.
Yeah.
But then you start looking around, oh shit, well, it's only like 1 or 2 people of color.
Yeah.
And then you get to center execs. Well, goddamn, ain't no niggas in here. It's
okay.
just white people.
Exactly.
And then you get to like area execs.
Yeah.
And then you get to CEOs, CFOs, and it's nothing but white people.
Okay.
Because it's like a club. It's like a country club that you're not allowed to come into.
That's all.
Now that's not a representation of the people of America or the people of the YMCA, because the people of the YMCA who did the work, it was a melting pot of people.
Okay.
But the ruling class, it got real clear once you got to the top.
So is it?
And that's all I'm saying.
Is it? So I agree with you. Everything you said is 100%.
And what I just said, that's not a representation of the people. That's just a thinning out once you start getting to the upper echelon.
And
do you
think that is how it should be?
I think it's.
That's just no question.
It's not how it should be.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying.
So what do? Do you go to the wealthy ruling class right now, because some of this stuff is wealth, it's land ownership, it's money.
Yeah,
it's the more money I got, the more politicians I can put in my pocket.
Okay.
And I can keep money in my pocket.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy that the richest people in the world pay 0 taxes, but the poorest people in the world getting hit up for all the taxes.
Okay.
And that's how our system is set up.
And once again, that is one of the things that Americans will look at and be like, "Oh, it's messed up." And then in the same breath, Americans look at a third world country and be like, "Oh, look at y'all. Y'all have a dictator, and y'all have a."
So
it's the same thing.
Kim Jong Un, is that his name?
The same thing. Yeah.
What is it like? Like they don't know, like they're not allowed to have certain information come in.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what's going on in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
They're dictated and told they have to do.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Me either.
I'm just saying. It's like would you rather be in that situation?
I'm the type of person
or
I can
would
have
you
a strong
be,
stance about.
And I get it.
There's one thing.
Illusion of freedom from
totally
time to
understand.
time.
But
what's a better situation?
You really just saying stab me in my shoulder or on my thigh. Like I'm still getting stabbed.
I'm still getting stabbed. So when I worked at the international, we would have these. They call them refugees that would come in from actually certain parts of Africa. It's crazy. It was some parts of Africa.
Yeah.
And so they would come, and we had these apartments that was in the Southwest, A-leaf areas.
Yeah.
Over there by greenhouse patios.
Very familiar.
Well, we're going over there. Or you used to go on over there back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, they came here, bro. And for them, they thought they was like living luxury. Like they were like, oh, yeah, it's running water. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. So my question is, if America's so bad, why do so many people want to come here?
See, okay.
No,
okay, I'm going to ask that question first. The reason why people want to come to America is because of the illusion and the possibility that you can, there's certain freedoms that you have as far as economic that you don't have other places. Yeah. There's a system of economic growth or illusion of economic growth in America. Like, and it's depending on where you go. Because people go to New York, be like, man, fuck this shit. This shit is worse than where I come. They come to Houston, like, oh, this is what's up. Depending on where you go and what you do, like, perfect example. If I'm a doctor, you go to any Bolero, 7-Eleven in Houston, and the person behind the counter taking your money for your gas might have been a doctor in his country. Mm-hmm. But because I'm in America, you got to go through these certain channels. I can't be a doctor yet. So he'll work at Valerio and go through the whole process again, knowing that I can make $500,000 or a reasonable salary. Whereas if I go to a country like Russia and I'm a doctor, a socialistic country like Russia or China, like shit, we're socialists. So I don't give a fuck what you do. You're making this flat rate. We all making this flat rate.
Right.
So that's an allure. It's like shit. I can live over here and I can make $20,000 a year, no matter what I do, or I can do the same thing I was doing over here, and make $500,000 a year.
So with that being said, why would I want to go anywhere else?
Well,
because here in America is one of the only places where I can sit at my desk like I do now, and try to come up with a company or a business or whatever, and have the potential to make an endless amount of money. I can make as much money as my potential or my hard work can push me.
You think so? What about Germany?
I don't know about Germany.
About France?
I'm just saying there's some places in the world that have the same opportunities.
It's a bunch of places like
but
Australia,
there are also
New
a bunch
Zealand.
of places in the world where I can't.
Yeah, I mean, but the world's a big place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you making it sound like America, like fuck America. America's so horrible. Why the fuck we here?
I'm saying like
you make it sound like that.
Where's Akon right now?
See, man, that's a subject for a whole other day. Because Akon act like, I mean, I know he got gifted this land from one of these kings
Senegal.
of Senegal.
Yeah,
and he was coming up with the acorn, and he's gonna have this. From my understanding,
a city.
It was being pitched like a real life Wakanda.
Yeah,
but then I look at the board of directors. You want to know who the only person of color is on that board?
Who?
Akon.
That's cool.
Everybody is white.
But it's Akon.
How is that any different?
Because Akon is the leader. He is the money. He is the antithesis of everything in that situation.
And Akon might be an unfair example because I know he does a lot of good work.
Yeah.
In Africa,
there are a bunch of people who do all of. Not only.
So, have you invested in Acorn? Are you prepared to move to this industrial, technology city that he's making? It's supposed to be like Wakanda for real.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about it. The only reason I say I wouldn't move there because in my industry, well, I don't know. I might. I don't know. I would think.
I thought you could also already kind of try to buy land there right now.
Yeah, you can do that too.
So why haven't you invested?
Well, because I'm invested in Heads Up Houston right now, and that is what I'm trying to.
But if America's so bad, why are you trying to build something in America?
But I didn't say America was bad. You're assuming it's bad. I'm saying that as somebody who can look at America from a different view, I can give you a point of view that you would never see. Like you would never say to yourself, like, "Damn, school free."
Right.
But I'm looking like shit. School free. What? So
and that takes me back to my point where I feel like more of that should happen, like educating instead of persecuting. And I know JB don't persecute more than educate, but if somebody listened to this hour and 30-minute rant we just had, they might walk away from this rant and be like, "Man, that one nigga don't like." He black, but he don't even like his own people. Why that nigga here?
That's okay, man.
That's not okay. Because perception is everything. Because if I can't at least get your ear, I can't educate you. I heard CeeLo say this in character on the Boondocks as a preacher.
Okay.
And he told Riley Friedman, he said, "You attract more flies with honey, not vinegar."
Yeah.
And I know that's a Boondocks reference I just dropped. It might not be the best analogy to use to educate niggas, but it's a true statement. Like, I can't come at you with vinegar and teach you, because I might not catch your ear. I might catch somebody's ear who really wants to do better, but that person who I can catch their ear with the vinegar, they're going to do better regardless because they're trying to seek out the truth. If I really want to help somebody, I need to be able to talk to them on their level and then get them to understand some stuff and then educate them. Okay, opposed to,
Okay, question. You ever got shot before? A shot,
Have I ever got shot?
A shot with a needle.
What, a needle?
Yeah.
Yes, of course I have.
Was it pleasant?
It depends on when you ask me in my life. It's.
I'm just, you ever got shot with a needle, like have to get blood drawn or to have a vaccine or anything like that?
I'm the wrong person to ask this question, but yes, I have.
Okay. Was it pleasant? Was it a good feeling to put the needle in your skin and have it dig into your vein and pull blood out?
First time, no. But a person in my situation, It isn't. It's like drinking water. It's just whatever. I don't feel either way about it.
Oh, but the first time it wasn't pleasant, right?
As a kid, no.
Okay. So, and you eventually learned to, or you actually came to the point where it's no longer unpleasant. Now it's okay. I know what's going on. It's cool. I'm all right with it. Yeah.
No.
No. So you never got cool with it.
So all right.
I'm asking the question.
Well, you can ask me that because it's something
I'm just saying.
It's something I may do every day.
But I'm saying, I'm just saying, like diabetic. If the first time I put the needle on me, oh shit. But after the 15th time, I understood what it's for.
But there's some diabetics who did it once, didn't like it, never do it again.
Yeah. But
and because of that,
yeah,
they don't take care of themselves.
So,
and instead of seeking out an alternative to the prick of the finger, because there are alternatives.
Yeah.
They just choose not to do anything.
So what you're saying is that they can either do this thing that's gonna help them and take the pain or take the uncomfortable feeling, or they can just avoid it all and not do well.
It's the same way why you can get medicines flavored for kids. Because if I just give you this medicine, it tastes like medicine, you may never want to take it again. But if I go get it flavored like strawberry, then you'll take it until you can understand, hey, this is something I need to take and I can deal with the taste.
So what you're saying is I should put some sugar on my message.
I think you should make the message digestible.
And what I'm saying is that the only people or the people who can't take or who are offended or upset or angry by message, fuck them in the ass, man, because they was gonna be offended by the message regardless. However, even if I made it soft, they was still gonna be offended by it because they want to be in that situation. The end result is to get results. So if I'm trying to get you to see, like, hey, you gotta read more. If I gotta call you stupid 10 days in a row until you start reading more, so you can be like, nigga, look, I ain't stupid. Then shit, I won, and you won too.
I think it's the approach. I think no matter with some people, no matter how you approach it, they have to have some self-awareness and they have to want to do something. So you can sugarcoat messages to people and they still don't give a fuck. But
that's what I'm saying.
But I do think that there is value in having something that's digestible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't walk up to somebody and say, man, hey, you dumb as fuck because you sagging your pants, bro. You look like a gay person. Or like you know what I'm saying? Just
so I'm supposed to be like,
that way.
I gotta be like, hey man, if you put your pants down, they gonna think you gay.
I think you should make your message digestible. You should make the message digestible where somebody can like hear it and be receptive to it. Because if you walk in and you tell me, hey man, you stupid, and you tell me I'm stupid every day,
yeah,
I'm not gonna fuck with you.
So
I'm not gonna hear your message that you're trying to get across.
So you think that when you're not hearing me, I'm gonna stop saying stupid, calling you stupid?
I think I'm gonna block you out.
How you gonna block me out?
I don't have to come around you.
I'm gonna come around you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna come around you and be like, hey man, look at me.
Because that approach can get niggas knocked out.
That is brother Polite's. That's brother Polite's approach. That is Farrakhan's approach.
That's not Farrakhan. No. That is not Farrakhan's approach. Farrakhan educates, bro. So when I listen to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam,
yeah, NOI,
the NOI, yes, he gives you the message raw and uncut.
Yes, very much so.
But it's digestible because he's educating you. You ain't, bro. When you listen to Farrakhan,
yeah,
he is definitely educating the people. Now he giving it to you raw, but he's not straight up calling you stupid. He's educating you, in the body of the education. At the end, he's letting you know, now that you have the knowledge, now that you've heard the message, if you continue to bang your head against the wall, you stupid. But I've given you the information you need. Hey, don't take that. Black people don't take that vaccine right now because we don't know what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
You saw what happened with Tuskegee.
Yeah.
Now, if you let that white man put this vaccine in your arm, you deserve what you get. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's a message.
I agree.
And I ain't saying that's right, but I'm saying that's better than saying, "Hey, you stupid nigga, what you taking this shot for? Are you dumb as fuck, bro?" And every day I say, "Are you dumb as fuck? You still taking the vaccine? You stupid nigga." Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference between the message you're getting across.
I agree, man. I agree with you. I mean, I agree with you, but to the extent I'm like, shit. To me, I'm like, okay. Question. This is yes, no question. Do you think that black people are at a crisis level in 2021? Like that our situation is in crisis?
As a community?
Yeah.
I don't think it's just sure, yeah. You can say that.
Okay. So I think, man, you grew up in a neighborhood. I grew up in a neighborhood, man. I feel like we've been in a crisis since the 70s, maybe the 60s. I was born in the late 70s. So I can't tell you about what heroin did or what, you know, but I can tell you what the crack era did for sure, 100%. I can tell you that I feel like we in a crisis, bro. Like I feel like, so if we in a crisis, if we in a situation where we're not, like, we're losing people every day, man. Like every single day, people are dying, not because of disease, not because of, you know, car crashes, because of the way that we deal with each other, because the way we see each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, I'm like, shit, we're losing our neighborhoods, not because we don't have the knowledge to keep, because we don't have the money. And we don't have the money because we don't have the knowledge to get the money to be able, or the knowledge to know that, like, nah, don't sell this shit, keep this shit. If they're gonna pay you $200,000, this shit worth $500,000. Like, it's things that are affecting our community. So at some point, we have to stop putting the sugar on and be like, hey, nigga, stop.
But maybe that's something we can elaborate on next week. Well, some people don't know how to keep their shit. So you got people who inherit land and stuff like that. They don't even know how to keep it. These niggas ain't paying no taxes. And then you look up and they 4 or 5 years behind taxes.
That's knowledge.
That's not as laziness. Because you know goddamn well you can't live nowhere free. I know I can't live in this house and not pay taxes once a year.
But you know that because you're a knowledgeable person.
So you mean to tell me if you get left something you don't know you gotta pay taxes?
There are people in this world who have no idea about property. Nigga, they made a movie about this shit. It's called Next Friday.
Well, you know what? They don't deserve to keep their property.
You know that they don't deserve. If I never knew from the get green, how you gonna get mad at me, man?
How you didn't know?
Because I never got taught that shit.
You mean to tell me you thought that you just stay here for free?
I thought I owned this shit.
You own it, but you got to pay taxes once a year.
But how the fuck they know that shit?
The letter you get in the fucking mail?
Watch this. How I know? Do I pay it by monthly, weekly, yearly, quarterly? How I know that shit?
The letter you get in the mail that says, hey, for 2020, your property taxes are $1,500. Please pay by April 1st or please pay by February 1st.
Watch this. So what if I am the property, I'm the HOA person, and I want you to have this shit. And I come through this motherfucker and make sure your shit will come to your house. How I know?
That's not a thing.
That is a thing.
The HOA.
Not the HOA. What if I'm in a position where I can stop your mail from coming to you, or I can come through and snatch your mail, and I don't want you to have it. I don't want you. You 75 years old. You were born in 1945. Mm-hmm. You graduated. You didn't graduate. You dropped out of school when you was in the 8th grade.
And you don't have no kind of family, no nothing.
No, I got a property. My family's all dead.
How did you get the property?
My granddaddy had it. He gave it to me.
All right, he passed it down.
Yeah.
From generation to generation.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it to 75 and not pay property taxes.
Huh?
You're not gonna make it to 75 and not pay property taxes.
It happens. It happens.
But that's because
It happens more than you like. Yeah.
It's a lack of knowledge.
And lack of knowledge.
Some of that is on the person. And that's what I'm saying. Some of this stuff is actually on the person. I can't. This house I live in was passed down to me from my father. Now, my parents are still alive, but like I said, I pay property taxes. I know I have to pay property taxes. I know I can't sit here year after year not pay property taxes. Eventually, my shit's going to get taken if I can't pay the back taxes.
Watch this. Like I said, I got land right now in South Africa.
I don't know how South Africa works, though.
Me either. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, and the point I'm making is, you know you have land in South Africa, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing to make sure you can keep that land and not lose it?
I gotta get a lawyer in South Africa,
right,
to make sure. Just like that. What if I'm 35 and I live in Georgia and I get land in Texas? Because the property taxes in Georgia and Texas are totally different.
But the fact that you have, this is a great example. The fact that you know you have land in South Africa.
Yeah.
What has JB done to figure out what I need to do to keep my land?
JB's in the process of doing that shit right now.
But what are you doing? Well, like, what have you done?
Call a lawyer. So now I gotta call a South African lawyer.
Right.
And now I gotta say, okay, now this is real life shit. So now I gotta be like, okay, just me calling upon a lawyer in South Africa, are they gonna be like, I'm gonna charge you a bill? I'm gonna charge you like you American?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna charge you like I posted. Like it's not easy. That's just now. It's the same thing in Georgia. If I had land in Georgia right now, I gotta call a Georgia lawyer because a Texas lawyer don't know Georgia law.
But the key word is you're aware of it and you're taking the steps.
But
to take care of it. That's different between someone who just don't know and ain't reach out.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
If
like
you choose not to do anything,
choose.
If you choose not to do anything,
but you putting yourself, like what I'm saying is like you're not looking at like this, like us when you play linebacker, right? Middle inside linebacker,
inside linebacker,
right? So if they came up to through the A gap or the B gap, you knew instinctually and through experience, okay, this is how I do this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's another person behind you when you had set up play who they didn't get that.
So people who are like our grandparents' age,
yeah,
people who were our grandparents' age, I get them being tricked out of land. I'm saying in 2021. In 2021.
There's some motherfuckers.
Listen to what I'm saying. In 2021, there shouldn't be anyone under the age of 50 who is being tricked out of land because they don't know. Because there's too many resources and too many ways for you to seek information to figure it out.
No.
Listen to what I'm saying.
No.
Listen to what I'm saying.
No.
I have never taken not one class in
real estate.
In real estate, or no, I have not taken not one class. Yeah, I've not taken one class in real estate. I can literally get on YouTube and figure out an elementary idea of what land ownership is. 20 minutes of my life and I can figure it out. The basics.
This goes back to what I was saying. Like I was saying, what you're saying basically is the same thing why Michael Jordan is a horrible owner, why Clyde Drexler was a bad coach, why people who are good or who are intelligent and able to do things.
No, that's different. Just because I'm a great linebacker doesn't mean I can coach anyone to be a great linebacker.
And no, I'm saying because you're a great linebacker it makes you a worse coach. Because
that's not true, but that's not true in all cases.
Name me a great player who was a great coach.
I'm pretty sure Peyton Manning can teach me how to be a great.
No.
I'm
name
pretty sure
me a great player that was a great. Name me a Hall of Fame player who was a great coach. It's maybe like 4 in any sport.
But some of that is because they don't know how to like prime example. I don't think Jordan or even rest in peace Kobe, could be a great coach because and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the way they approach the game is one way.
That's what I'm trying to say.
The way they approach the game is one way, and it worked for them. Now I feel like Steve Kerr, or Rudy T, can be a great coach because they weren't GOAT level players.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So they had to approach the game in different aspects.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
To figure out what can make them better.
So when you're saying that you can do things, that's because you're a thinker, bro. You're a great thinker. You know how to you can maneuver in a corporate world, in a hood world. You can, but everybody can't. Like we're unicorns. We're not normal.
I'm not gonna say that. I don't think I'm the smart. So my thing is this:
you're not the smartest, bro, but you're different.
Think I'm never the smartest person in the room.
But you're different. If I feel like
I'm the smartest person in the room, I need to find another room because I want to always. No, real talk. I want to always be able to learn. I want to be in a room where I can learn from others.
That's not. Look, you're different. That's like I had a conversation earlier today. Being different. The first thing, when you're different, the first thing people gonna say, "Oh, is you arrogant? You think highly of yourself. You think you know better. You think you're smarter." That's the first thing you're gonna say. Mm-hmm. But all it is that you can maneuver in different. You know what I'm saying? You can maneuver in different aspects, and they can't. They can maneuver well, and they're systemic or systematic, however you want to say it. They move and they can, okay, you give me a task, I can do it, so and so. But you're the type of person, I give you a task, you're like, okay, shit, this a task. Well, shit, I'm going to do this. And you can break it down to work for you. Mm-hmm. Whereas you give somebody else and they're going to do a task. You know what I'm saying? You different. It's hard, and it's hard to explain to people who not different, who not, I don't want to say it's not about intelligence. It's intelligence, but there's different types of. It's book knowledge, it's street knowledge, and then it's common knowledge, and then it's just being able to relate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people that's your age, that they wouldn't do this shit. They wouldn't think, oh shit, let me make this whole room right. They'd be like, shit, I'm gonna put a PlayStation up and I'm gonna play games in this hole. They would never think to do something forward thinking. They would never think to open their mind to do. They wouldn't think that. You different. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's the responsibility of those who can see past tomorrow and can see next month and next week to be like, hey man, no, that's stupid, bro. That shit's stupid. That's my responsibility. If I don't say that shit, if I try to talk on your level or talk like you, then why you gonna listen to me? Because you're going to be like, I'm like you. No, I'm not like you. I'm not better than you. I'm not higher than you, but I'm different from you. Look at it from my perspective so you can see it this way. So now we see it. Okay, you see it from my perspective. Okay, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, now you see it like I see it. So shit, now put that dope down or put that other shit down or stop buying that Louis and shit and buy this shit that's for us. Because that Louis shit is not doing shit but putting holes in our community. You know what I'm saying? This other shit ain't doing nothing but putting holes out. But if you buy this shit right here, it's the same stitch count, nigga. It's the same everything else. It's everything's the same. It's just the money they get, they spend with them. The money that we get, we spend with us. That's what Asians do. That's what Latinos do. That's what all the other people do. That's why their neighborhoods look a certain way and ours do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
No, I got you. Cool. Well, look, man. I mean, we still ain't got a name. What's the name, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm going to figure it out. We're going to have some drops on this one. We're going to drop every Thursday. So, it's been another episode.
Today Thursday? Today Wednesday,
Today
man.
Wednesday. So, we're recording on Wednesday. It's going to drop on Thursday. We're going to be flexing with the brilliant idiots.
Oh, okay.
We can't be brilliant idiots.
No, we can't.
We'll figure something out this so-age time. And then we know we're going to have some topics popping next week. We're gonna take a deep dive in some of these black owned. We're gonna take a deep dive in some of this black enterprise. We're gonna find out exactly, where we can go find black owned products in Houston that's good, we can patronize some black companies. And we're gonna talk about this.
I got a list already. I got a whole list already.
We're gonna pull a list out, and we really gonna talk about this H-Town hip hop. Cause man, the only people I done really been listening to. Hey man, let me ask you, how the hell do we know this Highway Yellow nigga?
Highway Yellow?
Highway Yellow, man. I don't know who this nigga is. He a part of Highway Gang.
Highway Gang.
Man,
how you know him? I
don't know. So nigga hit me on Instagram once, befriended me.
Yeah.
Started talking about Circle G's.
Highway Yellow? It's probably what's called?
He's supposed to be like Pimp C nephew or something, man. I don't really know. I mean, you know, homie he got some songs with ESG. He on Swisher Highs right now.
I'm looking right now. Highway
he got
Yellow.
a song called "Coming Down Ain't Dead," something like that. I mean, he ain't trash. You know what I'm saying? He got some. It's like some, you know, H-Town hip hop.
I'm looking at him right now.
Oh, you pulled him up. Light skinned cat, kind of look like Pimp C. You know, that
Highway Yellow.
I don't know. So we gonna take a deep dive in some of that, and then I'm gonna really sit down with this Critical album. And
Highway
then
Yellow.
I've been seeing that boy Solo.
You
got some heat. I heard some snippets, man, on that boy Solo on Instagram. It's kind of fire. So we really gonna say fuck the New York politics with hip hop. Take a deep dive on some H-Town shit. I want you to come bring me some H-Town hip hop that I really don't know about.
I really want to say. No, I ain't gonna say. You know,
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't offend our political connects.
No,
we ain't even blew up yet. You gotta wait till we.
I was talking about the whole. I really feel like if we decide to put an album out, man, in 2021, I think it'd be a problem for all these rappers.
So man, I said last year, I said, hey man, I'm trying to, you know, drop something for my birthday, and your response was, man, what we gonna rap about?
That was my response, man.
Your response was, what we gonna rap about? So I'm like, God damn, this nigga don't even want to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Because, man, like, really, okay. You said wrapping it up. But to me, it ain't gonna be nothing but animosity. Like, there's no way, as much as we know, as much as I know, as much as I deal with these, because I deal with a lot of young rappers to this day. Like, right, like I deal with it's guys that I know you know them. It's guys right now, you know, shout out Mike Reeves, shout out Solo, Critical, E Blue, a lot of rappers that I, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't say like that, you know, I'm big bro. You know what I'm saying?
See, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know these niggas, man. Once we stopped rapping, I kind of like just went under a rock when it came to H-Town rap. So I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna be toxic. I'm gonna be on some ignorant shit because as woke as I am from time to time in life, you still gotta have fun.
Yeah.
And I ain't gotta be super serious with my music all the time.
I love these little guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I be like, man, I don't know. It's gonna be toxic, man. It's gonna be toxic. I'm gonna say some shit. And I'm you know, my as I'm saying this, all these guys go hard, bro. They all go hard, man. None of them got they ain't got no gaps in their shit. But like to put it together like we put together now, they ain't got like that, man.
Well, we definitely got to go get a beat and do an intro. I don't care if we jack a nigga beat. It can be like, you know, mixtape type beat. It can be an original beat. We definitely gonna jack a beat, do an intro, and then whatever it snowballs to, it snowball to.
Yeah. Highway Yellow.
Hey, we gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm talking about with J Bug and Dub. We're gonna holler at y'all next week, and we out.
Who is this?